Real-estate.com. So a year and a half ago, I was looking at investment properties, vacation rental with some folks from Michigan. That's right, I remember, because unfortunately and very sadly, they were Michigan Spartan fans, and you know, what can you say? Hopefully they won't lose to Arizona State University again in the near future. And we looked at this property here, 6300 North Myrtle Beach. Let me bring that up for you. It was this pink house in North Myrtle Beach, and it's across the way from Brunswick County. Next door is Horry County. And we were looking at the expenses. It grosses a lot of, it gets a lot of rentals. So it was very attractive in that sense. But we noticed, and for example here, the rental income in 2017 was 2016 was $97,000, 2017 $95,000. So we were really pumped by this. Interesting here, 2018 was only $76,000. That would be Hurricane Florence, which really screwed up some people's extra cash on off their hot season. Some extra rentals came in the fall, and that messed them up. So they may have lost 15 grand to that hurricane. Now, some of the buildings actually have revenue insurance. So if you had a condo at Shell Island Resort or Surf Suites, etc., you may have actually gotten paid your full normal annual rental income from those insurance policies. But a lot of times, individual investors on these single-family houses do not have revenue insurance, so that's something to consider if you're going this route. Now, the point I was getting to is this property here in North Myrtle Beach. We were finding some parts of this vacation rental in North Carolina and Brunswick County attractive, and then we saw the taxes. I don't remember the exact number, but I think it was like $11,000. And it was easily $6 grand more than the taxes we had been looking at on other homes in Holden Beach, Oak Island, etc. So I looked into it further, and sure enough, in South Carolina, there's essentially a penalty tax on second homes, vacation rentals, at least if you're an out-of-state person. I don't know all the details, but the tax rate is significantly higher for those homes compared to a primary residence. And when you compare the tax rates for South Carolina vacation rental properties versus the North Carolina, you end up with a huge difference. So this property was somewhere around 11 grand. Other homes we've seen in North Carolina were around 5 grand. So let me go to two specific examples of current day listings. This is Ocean Point, which is a great condo in Ocean Isle Beach. Ocean Isle Beach is a cool place because they have tons of swimming pools. I've never seen so many backyard swimming pools of the houses on a beach before as Ocean Isle Beach. And one reason this building is attractive is, like any high-rise, it has an elevator, and that's high demand these days, are elevators for oceanfront properties. The taxes on this property listed for $375 are, there they are, $2,300 for the taxes on this property. Yet when I hop over the state line to North Myrtle Beach, this property closed last year, similar high-rise, and the property taxes that I calculated out, having gone deeper into the numbers, I went to Myrtle Beach property taxes along the Grand Strand here, and I ran their calculation. See, on the primary residences, there's a tax assessed value times 0.04, but on the secondary homes, it's 0.06. And then what they call the millage rate is also higher, that you multiply that by. So the bottom line on this property here, the North Myrtle Beach property, instead of $2,300 in taxes, the taxes for one of my investors would be $5,900, more than 2 times higher. So if your profit margin is not that great, and you know, it's a matter of, let's say you put enough money down and your pure profit for the year is going to be 18 grand. Well, if your pure profit all of a sudden is now only 15,500, that's a big hit, losing that extra $2,500 of income. That's a big hit if you can get the same or better property on the North Carolina side. So when it comes to you coming here and looking for a second home in my area, almost for sure we're going to land on the North Carolina side of the border in Brunswick County or up the coast to Onslow, Pender County, and find you a home just as good or better, but will save you anywhere from $2,000 to $8,000 in real estate taxes, because in North Carolina we do not penalize the investors like they do in South Carolina. And as someone who's fairly libertarian, I must say, can you say dumb? What a dumb choice to penalize people for coming and spending money in your state. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. All right, I'll leave it at that. Look forward to helping you find the right home on the beach.